I'm going to read so many books. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jane and today I'm doing my WHATEVERTHON TBR. So I know that this is early, but I really love to plan ahead and I'm so excited from the concept of the readathon. So I just told myself, let's do it early this month. So basically WHATEVERTHON is a month-long readathon created by Maddie from Book Browsing blog. The really fun thing about this readathon is that you can read actually whatever you want, because you have so many challenges and so many prompts and so many different things that you can follow. It means that there isn't like a theme for a readathon, and I feel like a lot of readathons are with a theme, and that's okay. But sometimes you just want to read random books without any theme, and everyone has their own goal and their own theme. It means that everyone puts a number of books that they try to aim to accomplish. So my number is actually really ambitious. I usually read in a month between 5 to 10 books. Now I started a full-time job, so I don't have a lot of time to read, but I still want to aim to the higher number from the average books read in a month. So my goal for this readathon will be to read 10 books, and I think that I can make it. And yes, I'm going to talk today about 10 books that I'm so excited to read for June. So I'm just aiming to read as much as possible. Hopefully 10 books, maybe even more. And of course, accept my personal goal. I need also to choose a theme, and this was the hardest part. The themes are based on colors and genres, but you don't have to read your theme's genre. But if you will read your theme's genre, you will get bonus points. It was really hard to choose, but in the end I chose to be in the Comrades of Chaos, and the team leaders are Spoos and Rue, and this theme is the random theme, like you can see from the name, the Chaos theme. All the other themes are middle grade, fantasy, contemporary, but all the other genres are in this theme, and I do have a lot of sci-fi and a lot of dystopian books in this TBR, so I feel like it's fitting. Now, like I said, there is points that you can gain. You gain points by progressing on your personal reading goal, but there is more bonus points that you can get if you are reading a book with LGBT representation or by an LGBT author. You gain more points because June is the Pride month. You also gain points if you read a book from the host favorite book list, and basically if you read one of those books you get bonus points. And of course, if you read the genre of your theme you get more bonus points. And there is also 15 prompts, so like there is a lot of ways to gain points. So it's so cool because I actually can find where to gain points in every book that I want to read in June. I'm just so excited from the concept and from the idea that you don't have to read books in a certain theme. So yes, let's get started. So like I said, because June is the Pride month, you get bonus points if you read LGBT books. So out of my 10 books I have 4 LGBT books, so I'm going to start talking about them. And I think that the first book is the most suitable for my theme because the Comrades of Chaos are the pink theme, and if you are reading a book in the color of your theme you're getting bonus points. So of course that I'm going to read a pink book. Yes, this is finally the time that I'm going to read Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuinton, and I'm so excited. So this been on my TBR for a while, and this is basically a love story between the son of the president of the US and the Prince of England, and I heard just amazing things about this book, and this is in a royal theme, and I really love books in a royal theme. So yes, this is an LGBT story because there is a male romance, and I want to read this book for so long, and I feel like it's perfect for June because it's in my theme colors. It's an LGBT story, and it takes also 2 more prompts because this is a 5-star prediction. It was in my 5-star predictions video, and this is also in the Bookish creator fave list because I saw this book in so many fave lists, and yes, I'm just so crazy excited to read it. This is finally the time. So excited. Now, because this is a readathon, of course that I'm going to include some graphic novels because I love graphic novels. I have 2 LGBT graphic novels that I'm so excited to read. The first one is Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah Ganchwell, and this is also a male romance, and one of the main characters of the story is working in a bakery or something like this. So I know that this graphic novel is supposed to be a really cute romance story, and this also has such summer vibes. Like, look at the first page, so summery. I'm living in a really warm country, so for me June is a really summery month. month, so I feel like this is fitting also for the season. And I'm going to count this one also for the hold in the past year prompt. And I'm pretty sure that every book that I'm going to talk about today is a book that can be fitting for this prompt, because I just got back into reading this past year. So most of my books I hold this past year. So I'm just so excited to read it because I love graphic novels so much, and this sounds like such a cute story. Now the next graphic novel is Spinning by Tilly Walden. Now this is another 5-star prediction and I'm so excited about it. This is the real story of Tilly Walden, and she was like a skater for a long time, and this is a female romance, and I don't know, like the illustrations looks so amazing. And also this is a long graphic novel. It has almost 400 pages, and I really want like to read a long graphic novel to really get to a long story. And except LBGT and 5-star prediction, I also hold it in the past year. But there is a prompt that you can read a book that his first letter starts with the last letter of the last book that you read. Basically, I can read this book after Lost in the Neverwoods, and this book will count as another prompt. So yes, this is my 4th LGBT book. Now, I'm not sure if there is LGBT characters or representation in this book, although I'm pretty sure that there is. But this author, Aidan Thomas, is a queer trans author. So this is an LGBT author, and I'm so excited about this book. This is a new release. This is basically a retelling about Peter Pan, and the story is following Wendy and her brothers who went missing or something like this. And I love retellings so much, and because this is the Pride month and because all this readathon, I feel like this is a really good timing to read it. And I'm also going to count this book as a team colors prompt. Now you may ask why, because this is purple and my team colors is pink, and although this is similar, and also the book without the dust jacket is purple, so why am I counting as a pink book? Because of this. The inside of the book is pink, and I know that the inside isn't the cover of the book, but when I'm going to read this book, I'm going to read it without the dust jacket, and I'm going to read it like this. It means that most of my time with this book will be me reading and seeing this really bright pink. So for me, it's going to feel like a pink book, because all I'm going to see is pink all the time. So yes, this is also an LGBT story, also told in the past year. This is in my team colors. Now that we finish the LGBT books, I'm going to talk about the books that actually fit my team genre. Now, not all of my books are in my team's genre. Like you saw, I had a lot of contemporary, and I also have a little bit of fantasy. But the book that I'm going to talk about now is also perfect for my team genre, but it's also the book that I'm most excited about from this TBR. And this is The Ones We Were Meant to Find by John Hem. And I'm so excited about this book. I'm crazy excited. And this is basically a new release, and I just got this book not a long time ago. So yes, you're going to see a book haul coming really soon. And this is just sounds like a perfect book for me. This is a YA dystopia sci-fi story, but basically I heard that the world building in this book is amazing. It sounds like such a good book, and honestly I don't know a lot about the book except that there is 2 sisters that are searching for each other, and that there is like a really cool world building. But I heard that this is like a perfect combination between Black Mirror and We Were Liars. Now I love Black Mirror. I'm not really the biggest TV shows watcher, like I usually don't watch TV shows. Movies, yes, but TV shows are not really my thing. But Black Mirror was amazing, and We Were Liars is one of my most favorite books ever. So the 2 of them together sounds amazing. And can we talk about this gorgeous cover? This is definitely my most favorite cover from my bookshelf. I'm so excited to read this book. This book is fitting for my team genre because this is a sci-fi dystopia. I also think that this is a mystery thriller. Like, this is a lot of random genres in one book. It's also a 5-star prediction and also an indie book, so I'm just so excited to read it. Like, this is definitely will be one of the first books that I will read in June, because I'm just so excited to read it. Now, the next book is A Torch Against the Night by Sabatai. I'm casting the Ember in the Ash along with Sasha, Esme and Steph, and we are reading one book from the Ember in the Ash series each month. And in June we are reading the second book, A Torch Against the night. This is also a body read, kind of. Like I can count it as a body read because I'm reading it in a read-along, and read-along is like a really, really big body read, if you can call it like this. And also I hold it in the past year. So yes, if you want more details about the read-along, I'm going to link it in the video description. So if you want to join us, you still can, because there is time until the end of May. So yes, I'm really excited to read it. Now the next book is actually a body read, and this is Starduffer by Shweta Thakra, and I'm body reading it with Esme, who I'm co-hosting the Ember in the Ashalon with. I actually wanted to body read this book for a while, and we kept postponing it every month. So hopefully this is the month that we actually read this book. And this is a YA fantasy, and this is basically following a main character who is half a human and half a star. She needs to go to a celestial court or something like this to get a cure for her father's illness. It sounds like a really cool concept, and I didn't read something like this before, so yes, it sounds so good. This is a body read. This is all in the past year. This is also an indie book. Now I think that I didn't mention it. You can repeat prompts how much you want. So yes, I'm so excited to finally read it because we wanted to read it for a while. And yes, it sounds really good. Now remember the host favorite list that I showed you earlier? So yes, I'm going to read a book from this list, and I'm actually going to read 2 books. And those 2 books are Thunderhead and The Tool by Neil Shusterman, which is the 2nd and the 4th book in the Arc of the Scythe trilogy. Now Scythe is one of the 3 Spo's favorite books, and if one of the host favorite books are from a series, you can read any book from this series and it will count. And also I love Scythe so much, and I really wanted to get to the 2nd and the 4th book for a while, just didn't really had time to read them, but I'm really excited to continue the series. And like, I'm pretty sure that they are going to be 5 stars, so this is also a host favorite. This is also for my team genre because this is a dystopia and sci-fi. This is also 5-star prediction, also hold in the past year, and also both of them are indie books. So those 2 books just take so many prompts, and yes, I'm just so excited to actually finish the series. I just waited until I had an opportunity to finally read those books. So yes, I'm finally going to finish Scythe. Now the next book is Where the Crawdads Sing by Taylor Owens. Now first of all, the genres for this book are very random. This is an adult and historical fiction. This is also a mystery and also a romance. Like, I couldn't get the exact genre, but all of those sounds like my group genre. And I actually don't know almost anything about this book. I know that this is like a really sad story, and I'm going to count this book as a Bookish Creator Fave list book because I saw this book in so many Fave lists in Book Talk, and this is the reason that I want to read this book, because I see it all the time and people recommend it all the time. And this is also a debut, which is cool, and this is also an indie book. So again, 3 prompts, and I'm really excited to read it. I will just read it when I will really want to cry. So this is the 10 books for my TBR. I don't think that I was this excited about a TBR for a really long time. Like, I think that this is my most exciting TBR ever. Like, I have graphic novels, I have a lot of dystopia books, and dystopia is like one of my most favorite genres, so I'm really excited to read dystopia books. And I actually have 2 more books that are for a secret TBR, for a secret reading vlog, and I'm going to read 4 books, and I actually talk about 2 of those books in this TBR. So if you have guesses of which reading vlog I'm going to do and in which theme the reading vlog is going to be, please tell me in the comments and we will see if someone is right. But I wanted to say that I'm a mood reader. Now I do think that I'm really going to stick to my TBR because there is so many books that I'm so excited to read, but I'm not going to pressure myself and to force myself to read books that I don't want to read. So if I want to squeeze in another book or just to change a little bit from my TBR, I will do it, because this is a readathon that you can read whatever you want. So every book that I would want to read, I can find where to gain points for this book. So yes, I do think that I'm going to read like most of them, maybe even all of them, because again, I'm actually really excited for this TBR. But if there is going to be books that I would really want to read that aren't in this TBR, I'm just going to read them and I'm not going to feel bad. I'm just going to read whatever I want, and hopefully I will read even more than 10 books. I'm uploading 2 times a week on Sundays and Wednesdays, but until the next video you can check more videos by me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!